You have to press that red thing that's there?
No, we're on.
We're on. Okay.
What's up, world? We're live. We're about to get into this. Me and my mom were here to spread such much needed awareness on the toxic fashion industry.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to go in and dive deep into the toxic clothing industry.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a true epidemic that is massively affecting our population's health and the Earth's ecosystem. So,
And I have experience as a fashion designer. I've been a fashion designer in the Garment Center for almost 30 years. And I'm just sitting in with Jalen tonight because I didn't have really awareness of so many issues that were going on in the clothing industry until I really read his book. And so in hindsight, I see some of the things that he's saying now, and now I'm being more eco-friendly and eco-conscious because basically we'll get into it that these fabrics, this clothing is hazardous and dangerous for our health. Scary.
Exactly, and this is all about bringing as much awareness to these situations as possible. Mm-hmm. And the one major thing I want everybody that's watching to know is that our skin is our largest organ.
Yeah.
Our pores are so absorbent. So anything that goes on or around our skin has an immediate impact on our health because everything gets directly absorbed into our bloodstreams. Just look at my shirt. I'm wearing my shirt for hours a day. We're all wearing clothes. Most people are wearing clothes for nearly 24/7, all day, every day. And these materials, the specific materials and fabrics,
the fibers, right?
Right. That consist and make up our clothes has such an effect on our health. It cannot be understated. And this is a whole topic that I'm so passionate to spread with our fellow humanity because I know that knowledge regarding these situations will benefit our health tremendously. And this is a topic that I became knowledgeable on several years ago, around 2014, 2015. I became so aware of how just important our skin is. Everything that goes in our skin gets absorbed into our bloodstream. And it just had a major effect on my consciousness. And the next level to this is how it affects our environment. So eco-friendly right now is, thank God that it's starting to pick up and more attention.
More awareness is being brought to it, yes.
Because there's so much toxicity in our environment, in our Earth's ecosystems.
And like, guys, he really lives by this. He's not just like promoting his book. He lives by this. Like when I go and buy him clothes, or I stopped because now he only buys it from certain places. And when I used to bring him like a black t-shirt, his favorite color, he's like, nope, not wearing that. I'm like, you're kidding me. It's soft, it's cotton. And so he's like, nope, it's not organic. How did they process this? How did they make this? And I'm like, oh my God, already, it's just a black shirt, just wear it. But now I see, like, from reading his book and just living with him, he says, all this stuff. And to be honest, I was just like, all right, already, you're annoying me with, like, you're not wearing this, you're not wearing that, you're not going to put this on that, right? I was like, this is so annoying because all I'm trying to do is, like, getting a nice shirt or a nice pair of jeans, and like he won't look at him. When you see his videos, like everything that he literally puts on is like, has to be, how we say rabbi approved or kosher approved. I'm like, it has to be Jalen approved. So this is no joke. And so he's going to get into sharing some things from his book regarding toxic fashion and clothing. And he asked me to print a t-shirt for his business. So we went online, right, and looked for places where we can get an organic t-shirt and then have it printed with inks and paints that are non-toxic and environmentally friendly, blah, blah. And I'm just like, there were a few places that I did find. I don't want to say that I didn't find them, but to get the lettering of like what he wanted, it just didn't pan out. So I said, you know what? I'll do it for you. So he got the shirt, which is right here, and he found, like Jalen will find it.
Yeah,
He's
let him
so
know
resourceful. Jalen found not only non-toxic paint, but like eco-friendly, biodegradable, and it's fabric paint. And as an artist, I'm really trying to be more conscious about this. As a designer, like I make clothing, I put my art on clothing. I'm really trying to be more focused and more aware of this. My clothing now is at a local boutique in Norwalk called Eco Evolution, and Brad, who's like the visionary of Eco Evolution, is really teaching me a lot. Between Brad and Jalen, they're teaching me so much about what we can do to be eco-friendly. So this paint that Jalen found, let me put on my glasses so I can see this. This is the base of the paint, right? So this is a natural acrylic medium, non-toxic, plant-based, petroleum-free, made in the USA, solar-powered facility, natural earth paint, and woman-owned on top of it, this business. So yay for all of those things. And so what you do is you buy the base. It's like white cream, right? White paint. And then whatever color you want to make this, and for Jalen, he wanted a black tee with white painting of letters. This is natural earth pigment, and it comes in here. Make your own natural paint, pure, non-toxic, professional grade. So this is white. So yay! So what you do?
I'm hyped for this.
So I did a little test this afternoon because I wanted to make sure this was all kosher and everything. So basically, what you do here before you get into the book, let me just show them how to do this in case somebody is interested in painting with non-toxic paint.
Yeah.
All right. So you add. Like there's a ratio, but it's 2 to 1, I think, but you can look on the website to know exactly. But I'm doing 2 scoops of the paint. This is the acrylic. See how creamy it's like liquid, and I hope you can see this from a distance. But so I'm adding 2 scoops of the paint there. Let me close that tight. And then I was mixing this in the front of the lawn. I'm like, I hope people don't think like got it like cocaine or something.
But that's for the white color. They have.
This is for
many
white.
colors.
Like you can choose any color you want.
That white powder though.
But yeah, so they tell you to really do this outside. I'm only doing this now for the sake of the video. But when I do this outside. It's non-toxic, but still mixing paints and all this stuff. It's powder. You don't want it to fly everywhere. So there's that. And then honestly, very easy. Take your little, I got a little wooden spatula here. Mix it up. And voila, you got white paint. So
chemical free.
Chemical free. And it's fabric paint. So what I did was I just chalked the letters on easy breezy, right? For me to like do this tonight.
My business slogan.
Okay, don't tell him what it is yet. Let me paint it. So I'm going to paint this while he's sharing on his book about toxic fabrics and fashion. Okay, hit it, Jay.
Yeah, first thing, just to sum it up, everybody that's watching this video, you guys could just do a quick Google search on the toxic clothing industry, and you will find the several specific chemicals that are found in the majority of clothing. And it really comes down to finding clothing sources that are not made out of synthetic fibers.
Mm-hmm. So it's the synthetic.
Right.
Okay.
Synthetic clothing is the problem. So you want to do what you can to find, and I could easily help you find sources for all natural clothing fibers like organic cotton, hemp, silk, natural materials. This is how our clothing was for centuries. And in the past 50 years, we've seen more and more of these synthetic fibers starting to be produced from the clothing industries in the United States. And come to find out, I found out that this is a problem globally. I found out that this is an issue in India as well. And I'm sure that it's happening. China, of course. Mm-hmm. And I just know that it's prevalent worldwide because the clothing industries are so unregulated. Yes. And it's just shocking.
Yep.
It's so shocking. for people to find this out, because we think that these agencies and these regulators would care about our environment and human health.
But no. But let me just say this too, because when I was a designer, we used to travel to China and Hong Kong and Taiwan to, we design the clothes. I would design the clothes and then send it over to get made. So we had to go there to check on the garments, right? And so literally, if a factory, especially in China, were dyeing fabrics, let's say red or purple or whatever color it was, they were dyeing the fabrics. And I remember, I don't know, years ago we did acid wash. So acid wash jeans were like all the rave, right? And this was in the 80s. So acid wash, just like the name alone, like you could do your research what that process is. But when we would go there, you would see the rivers near the factories. They were literally red or purple because the dyes were going into the water. They were going into the rivers, which then not only harms the earth, obviously, but it's what these people eventually would be using this water for something. So, I mean, all around, it's just bad news of how, like, a lot of things are made.
Yeah, so everybody, I'm encouraging you to share this message with as many people as you know, because it's true that the health of humanity is at stake. The health of planet Mother Earth is at stake. And I'm just going to do everything I can to spread this message.
And God wants us to be good stewards of what he gave us, right?
Exactly.
He wants us to take care of things. And if we're not taking care of what, what we have here, not only for taking care of the earth, but for our health. Like, our health is important. And that's why Jalen's that's why so many people, like never before, are so sick. Like, I've never heard of so many diseases and so many illnesses and people just being sick, even young kids with so many different things. And, like you said, the skin is like an absorbent organ, and we really need to pay attention what we put on our bodies.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just a couple points in my mind that I really want to get across. And a major point is a lot of people, they know that what you eat is important, and your eating lifestyle, your food selection, the way that you prepare your food, and the substances that you ingest, the liquids that you ingest, everything that you put in your mouth has high value, and it's important. But the main point that I want to get across is our environment and the substances that go on our skin has an even greater effect than the substances that we put in our mouth. So I want everybody to just pay attention, especially to your undergarments. And for men, your underwear, your undershirt, the materials that are in direct contact with your skin. There are healthy options, and they are the same price point. They're not any more expensive. This shirt was probably $15. I get a t-shirt for $20. And the thing is with the natural fabrics is that they have longevity. They'll last you. So you're saving your health, and you're saving the environment. But there's a passage in my book that really illustrates my message specifically.
Wait, I just want to say something about the underwear. So most, especially women, think like, because growing up, mom always said, get cotton underwear, right? Cotton underwear for women, we need cotton underwear. Well, cotton underwear that's not organic is just as toxic, as if you use synthetic. Maybe the cotton is more breathable, yes, but if you're using underwear that's not organic, there's still chemicals in the cotton. And I don't know if you saw my post, but Victoria's Secret was sued because they've had so many lawsuits because their lingerie has such a toxic high level of formaldehyde. And you know what formaldehyde is. I mean, so can you imagine Victoria's Secret lingerie? They have high toxic chemicals in their products. So do your research. Go ahead, Jay.
Exactly. These chemicals, they contribute to infertility. They contribute to reproductive cancers. And that is as detrimental and destructive and as traumatic as it can get. It really is that serious. And I'm just pleading with everybody to take their health into their own hands. And I encourage everybody to become really skillful in their ability to do research and to learn and increase your awareness in these areas. So here's a quick passage from my book. I've received such awesome messages and feedback regarding this specific passage regarding the clothing industries. So here it is. The companies that produce clothing in the United States are extremely unregulated, which causes severe human health damage and environmental pollution. The clothing industry relies heavily on the use of severely poisonous pesticides. The vast majority of clothes are made out of neurotoxic coatings and health-damaging synthetic materials, including polyester, nylon, rayon, and poisonous plastic chemicals. Clothing made in the past 60 years and the clothes being made today are highly weaponized, which means they damage human health and Earth's environment. I became so incredibly conscious and aware of everything in my life that came in contact with my skin. Our skin has thousands and thousands of pores, which absorb into every single organ in the body. The toxic chemicals and synthetic fibers contained in clothes are directly absorbed into every part of the wearer's body. The chemical exposure via contact with the skin contributes to many health ailments, including autoimmune diseases, chronic diseases, and infertility. Precisely when I analyzed the poisonous truths of the clothing industries in the United States, I made immediate and permanent changes to my wardrobe. I made the lifelong decision to utilize 100% organically grown natural fabrics clothing. All of my shirts, undershirts, undergarments are made out of 100% organic cotton, hemp, or wool. I became insistent on eliminating my absorption of toxins from pesticide-laden synthetic clothing materials and began to treasure clothing made out of organic cotton, silk, linen, hemp, wool, and cashmere. Everything that touches your skin impacts your health directly and immediately. So that just illustrates a percentage of just how pertinent this entire category is.
And I just want to add something to that, Jay. You know, for the girls, a little more guys too, but for girls, we love like the latest fashions, the latest styles, and there are companies when you order it online and you forget like the size. Most of the time you get it and like it doesn't even look like the model that's in the picture. But have you ever opened up a box of clothing and it stinks? Right?
That's off-gassing. That's off-gassing.
Tell them what off-gassing is, because it's so dangerous. You're like, what the heck is this smell? It's like you got to air it out. That has so much toxins and poisons, because what they do, they pack it with that stuff so that it doesn't cause mildew, right? It keeps it from getting parasites. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Like, do your research on these clothes that come from like Shein. You know, I don't want to start calling people out, but you have to be careful with these mass marketing companies that's importing stuff like for you can get like a leather coat for $5 basically, like faux leather. But when you take it out, not only is it the wrong fit and it doesn't look like nothing what you ordered, but it's off-gassing. Tell them what that is.
Yeah, so off-gassing is the chemical release of highly volatile toxic chemicals. And it's obvious when you, like my mom said, when you are exposed to that smell that just pops out at you. And once you have awareness of this, you just know, I shouldn't be breathing this in. And it's chemical exposure due to inhalation of these highly volatile chemicals. So off-gassing is the period of when these chemicals are evaporating into the environment, where they damage your human health and they damage the environment as well. These chemicals are just so detrimental to so many aspects of our existence. So that's why I'm just so passionate for my personal health and to just share this message, because if you're watching this video right now, I'm telling you that you really are, you're truly blessed, because this is information that sadly
Yeah,
most
we
people
want to
don't
make it
know.
aware. We want to make you aware of it, and also it's very important too. Anything that's waterproof fabric, like these, like I said, these leather or faux leather jackets, the raincoats, that polyurethane, it's like it causes so much cancer. So many different forms of cancer. So really be careful in checking your labels. Sometimes the garment doesn't even have to smell, you know, right? It's
Right.
like all these poisons are in the garments, and they don't necessarily have to smell. Victoria's Secret lingerie, it doesn't smell, but there's formaldehyde in it. There's nail polish. I mean, Brad at Eco Evolution sells eco-friendly nail polish, formaldehyde free. You're putting nail polish, right, on your nails, and you want to make sure, like Jalen said, it's an organ. You don't want that going through your nail bed and causing cancer and causing all other issues that might come up later on down the road because you want pretty nails. So make sure, even the makeup, right? There's so many, this can go into so many areas, Jalen. I know your book covers a lot, and it's really important, guys and girls, that you get this book, because this is one topic that he talks about, but there's so many different areas and how he's bringing awareness, so that whether it's autoimmune disease or it's just kicking it up so that we would have a healthy lifestyle. Because you don't want to, you know, I wish I knew this when I was 20. Like, people say, oh, we want to buy clothes, we want to buy clothes. But honestly, the clothes that were made, beside the acid wash, the clothes that were made years ago are probably made with less chemicals than they are right now. Do you think that's true?
That's definitely true.
Yeah, so if you have like clothes from your grandmother or that vintage stuff, I mean, you know,
Just check the material.
just check the material. You want it to be, they didn't have a whole bunch of organic back then, but you know, if they have silk shirts, right? And now you have like where it's coming into hemp and linen and all that. But anyway, even if it is synthetic, wear a cotton, organic cotton undergarment as much as you can, so it's not actually touching your skin. And don't sweat, oh my God, in the workout clothes that are full of, the exercise clothing.
Yeah,
What
what's
if you're
that
sweating?
material? The sweat resistant material.
What about wicking?
Yeah, the wicking.
Wicking moisture, it takes moisture away. Is that good?
No, that's even worse. That
So when
material.
you're working out, and like a lot of these companies,
and not breathable. They're
not breathable, that's horrible. If your clothes aren't breathing, that means your skin isn't breathing while you're wearing it.
Exactly. But I want one thing that I have to definitely say is that for every situation that it needs to be exposed, there is an exact solution for everything. There's a solution for an upgrade, a health improvement that can always be made for every situation that's out there. For example, with the makeup, there's all natural, non-toxic makeup, nail polish. There are companies out there that are doing things the healthy and the right in an eco-friendly way. There are companies, there's clothing companies that are doing things the right way. So if you need guidance to find these companies,
just contact Jalen. And also, plug. I make eco-friendly glitter because I'm an artist and I love glitter. So now I have eco-friendly, biodegradable, not made out of plastic. It's plant-based glitter.
show off the shirt.
Oh, her
What you've done
intimate.
so far.
Okay, so this is the first. Well, it's going to be backwards, but this is called. Jalen is going to have his new. His new saying, generational health.
That's my slogan. This is my slogan. It's powerful, and I just know there's power in these words.
Yeah, generational health.
Because everybody that's watching this video, especially if you want kids, you should be doing everything you can to maximize your DNA integrity.
Yeah.
To maximize the health and strength of your DNA, to pass it to your offspring. Because everything that we're doing day to day, everything that we're doing every day has an immediate effect on our DNA. And the healthier that our DNA is, the healthier our offspring, the healthier our children's DNA will be.
Yes.
So that is a huge part of
my... So generational.
Yes.
Yes.
Because things I'm doing right now, are going to bless my kids. And that's how we have to think. It's not just about us.
Right.
And even if it was just about us, that's enough.
Right.
But the fact that we have to carry this on and pass this on, because I want my kids to have the strongest DNA possible.
Yes. Yep. So anyway, so we're going to end with this. Please go get the book so you can learn more about it. If you are an artist, you know, I'm not gonna. This paint was like $44, so it's not cheap, but you get a whole lot, right? And to me, it's worth investing in things that are going to be good for our earth and good for me using it. Every time I go paint something, Jalen runs away from me. So I even bought, because I like using spray paints, I just bought a biodegradable, eco-friendly, you know, which I used on my snow art. All the people coming at me for, you know, using the wrong spray paint I used eco-friendly stuff when I did my snow art. You can see it on my YouTube channel. And we are conscious about this even the more because of Jalen's book. And I'm, you know, like I said, I put my art on kimono robes and all kinds of clothing. And, you know, we're printing it in the most sustainable way and being careful and cautious about how we do things, not just for my life, but for my son, for my grandchildren, and for my great-grandchildren. Hear me, Lord. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
generational health all day.
All day, all day. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next time we do something.
Yeah, we got plenty more coming.
We got more to do. So anyway, go get you some paint and have some fun and have some generational health.
Have a great night. Love you all.
Have a great night. Love you guys. That was all. Oh, thank you guys. Except we don't know what we're doing. Wait.
That's how you do it.